Good afternoon, students. Myself, JVN Brijesh Kumar Yadav, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. I welcome to all of you in my digital class. Students, I have prepared this lecture for BSc BA ZBC second sem students. As you all know that we were discussing about pteridophyta. Okay, in pteridophyta, so far we have completed general character classification of pteridophyta. Now today onwards we'll see some of the genera of pteridophyta which are in your syllabus. In out of them there is a Coelotum which is the first one. Okay, so today we'll start Coelotum. The study will be in such a way that we have studied in previous sections like in Bryophyta and Algae. We'll start from systematic position each and every genus, then we'll move to occurrence, habitat, morphology, anatomy, reproduction, and followed by life cycle. Okay, so this will be the pattern of our study. We'll follow the same. Okay, so let's start our lecture Coelotum. We'll start from systematic position. The division is Coelophyta, class Coelotopsida, order Coelotails, family Coelotaceae, genus is Coelotum, and species will be different on different locations. Next, something about occurrence. As you all know that Pteridophyta, this Coelotum is the simplest one. Okay, most simple genus. It is commonly called as whisk fern because it is without fern. They are not true fern. So their stem has to perform all those functions such as photosynthesis. Okay, where they found in humus rich soil. Humus rich, those which have organic content more. Okay, in tropical and subtropical regions. Some species grows as epiphytes. What does it mean? Epiphytes are those plants which grow on other plants. Okay, so this is also epiphytes. Now something about their morphology. Vegetative morphology. Whole plant body can be categorized into three parts: rhizome, aerial branch, sporangia. Students, focus on that concept that the main plant body of pteridophyta is sporophyte, unlike to bryophyta where you have seen that the main plant body is gametophytic. Okay, but unlike to them, here you will find the main plant body will be sporophyte. So whatever we are seeing plants, pteridophytes, they are sporophytic. So this sporophytic plant can be categorized into three different groups: rhizome, aerial branch, and sporangia. Out of these three, rhizome and aerial branches are vegetative part, whereas sporangia is sexual part. We'll see it later. Rhizome is underground part. You can see in diagram. This rhizome arises in aerial portion, that is aerial branches. They are dichotomously branching. Okay, so next is rhizome. The rhizome horizontal portion which is buried in soil or humus, they are dichotomously branching. Two cells of rhizoids are present near the apices of the young branches. These rhizoids, the function of rhizoids are, you all know that, to absorb water and nutrients from soil. Okay, since they don't have true roots. Next, aerial branches. So in aerial branches, these branches are green, cylindrical, and dichotomosely branched. Since they don't have true leaves, so their leaves are scale-like structure. They are very small, minute, and they are scattered over these aerial branches. Now something about anatomy of stem. Students, when you cut the stem in TS sections, you will find these are the structures. Uppermost region will be epidermis, that is made up of dumbbell shaped parenchymatous cells without intracellular space. Above epidermis, a thin layer of cuticle will be there. Below the epidermis, there are multi-layered outer cortex. These cortex are chlorenchymatous, means they have chloroplast. As we have seen that the stems can prepare their food material because they don't have true leaves. So these stems act as a photosynthetic process. Okay, below that medial cortex will be there, then below that inner cortex, that is parenchymatous structure, and in between there is a stellar system. Since coelom is primitive pteridophyte, so their stele is also very primitive. Okay, so students, in this way we have seen the systematic position, distribution, morphology and anatomy of coelom. In next class we will see the reproduction of coelom. Okay, thank you.